Good morning, children. Welcome to online class. Myself Usha. I am going to teach you social studies for class 4, chapter 1, our country, India. Students, in this chapter, we are going to learn about the land, how the land of India, the neighboring countries, political divisions, unity in diversity, and the last point, physical features of India. Okay, children, now we'll discuss about how the land of India is. See, this is the rough sketch of India map drawn. First point, land. How the land of India is. It varies from place to place because we cannot find the same land, same type of flat land everywhere. We won't find such type because it varies from place to place. So, the land of India is vast plains, plain lands where we do cultivation, right? Plain lands. Hills, beautiful hills, mountains. Mountain means larger than hills are called mountains. Plateaus, forest, as you all know, forest also, and islands and large deserts. Okay, the land of India covers all these types. It's the plain land, hills, mountains, some areas are plateaus, thick forest, highlands and large deserts. These are the types of land we found. And now let us move where this India is located, right? In the world we have 7 continents. In these 7 continents, there is a largest continent called Asia. In this Asian continent, our country is located. Where India is located? India is located in southern, southern part of Asia continent. Where our country India is located in the world? India is located in the southern part of which continent? Asia continent. In this continent, our country is located in southern part. Okay, which part? Southern part. And India is the 7th largest country in the world. India is 7th largest country in the world. Okay, which is the 7th largest country in the world? India is the 7th largest country in the world, and it is 2nd largest in population. Okay, it is 2nd largest in population. Means that is India is hugely populated. Okay, India is located in southern part of Asia continent. It is 7th largest country in the world and 2nd largest country in population also, right? Okay, there are so many rivers flows through our country, like rivers Kaveri, river Yamuna, Ganga, Brahmaputra, and so many other rivers flows through our country. So India has a long coastal line. India has a long coastal line. Okay, now what is the measurement of our country? See, I'm showing you the directions. This is north, this is south, and this is west. This is east. These four directions are there. From north to south, India stretches about 3,214 kilometers. How many kilometers? It's 3,214 kilometers. It stretches from west to east. It's about 2,933 kilometers. It stretches about 2,933 kilometers. And then what is the land frontier? Frontier means edges. Edges like the full edges of India. So the land frontier, you came to know the meaning of frontier is about 15,200 kilometers. Okay, the land frontier of India is about 15,200 kilometers. Now you came to know the measurement from north to south. India stretches about 3,214 kilometers. From west to east, it stretches about 2,933 kilometers. And the land frontier means what I told, the edges of all India is about 15,200 kilometers. Okay. And see, there we can find two parts here like this, roughly two parts. This is southern part of India and this is northern part of India. Southern part of India is a peninsula. Which part of India is a peninsula? Southern part, because it is surrounded by water. In three sides also we find water. Southern part of India is a peninsula. Which part of India is peninsula? Is a peninsula. Southern part, peninsula. Okay. Southern part of India is a peninsula. To the west we find Arabian Sea. As I told you, three sides are surrounded by water. To the west side we find Arabian Sea. To the east it's Bay of Bengal. Are you all getting my points? Bay of Bengal. To the south it's Indian Ocean. Okay. Three sides are surrounded by water. To the west is Arabian Sea, to the east is Bay of Bengal, and to the south is Indian Ocean. The southern part of India is a peninsula. Which part of India is a peninsula? It's southern part. Okay? Did you all got my point? Now I am going to tell you about the neighboring countries. Neighboring countries of India. Neighbor means, as you all know the meaning of neighbors. Neighboring countries. Neighboring means akka pakka we say in Kannada, right? That is called neighbors. Here neighboring countries are, I told you before that northern part is covered by land and southern part is a water. So northern part means this is the north part. Okay, this is covered by land. To the northwest means this side we find Pakistan and Afghanistan. There is no place. I am going to write here. To the northeast. Northeast means which side? This side. Northwest. Northwest means this side. It's Pakistan, Afghanistan, okay. To the north, north means this part. To the north we find neighboring countries, China, Nepal, okay. To the northeast means this part is Bhutan. This is northeast, and this part east. We find Bangladesh, and Myanmar, okay. To the east we find Bangladesh and Myanmar. To the south, south means which direction? This one. To here we find Sri Lanka and Maldives, okay. These are the neighboring countries of India. Neighboring countries of India are Pakistan and Afghanistan, which comes in this side, and China, Nepal in northeast we find Bhutan, and to the east it's Bangladesh and Myanmar, and to the south it's Sri Lanka and Maldives, okay. These are the neighboring countries of India. In north part we find mountain ranges here, okay. These mountain ranges are protecting our country. To the north part, to the north we found mountain ranges. Those mountain ranges are protecting our country. Those that comes year from year to year, okay. Those are mountain ranges are protecting our country, protecting from enemies, right? Protecting our country. Okay, now we all know the land where India is located and why India southern part is peninsula, and which are the oceans that is surrounded in the southern part, and neighboring countries. Now let us move on to the physical features of India. Physical features of India. Dear children, physical features of India is broadly divided 5 types. How many types? 5 types. Broadly divided into 5 types. On which basis? The land of India varies from place to place. So, it has been broadly divided into 5 types. First one, it's northern mountains. Northern mountains means it's there in the north part of India. As I told you that this side mountain ranges are there. Those are protecting our country. It comes in this area. I'm just shading, okay. Just have a look. I'm just shading the northern mountains part. And second one, northern plains. Plain means what? Flat land we find here, okay. It's just a rough sketch. Okay, this is northern plains. Third one is western deserts. Western desert means it comes in the state of Rajasthan, okay. I am just sharing the star mark. It's western deserts will come in this part. Fourth one, will be southern plateaus. Southern plateaus will cover this part, okay? This part. Southern plateau. Fifth one is coastal plains and islands. Coastal, as I said, that there is a large number of rivers flows through our country. We find coastal plains and islands. These are the coastal plains and islands. Okay, these are the 5 physical features of India. As the land varies from place to place. I told you lands are of not same type, hills, plains, mountains. The land will be varies from place to place. So on that basis, it has been physical features of India has been broadly divided into 5 types. Number 1, northern mountains, northern plains, western deserts, southern plateaus, and 5th one, coastal plains and islands. These are the 5 physical features of India. Did you all understood this? And now let us move to the 4th point. Unity in diversity. Okay, this is the 4th point. We are going to discuss why India is called a unity in diversity. As I told you, India is hugely populated and it is the second largest country in the world in population wise. When there is huge population, we find different kinds of people, different religions, different races, different tribes, and the climate also varies, the land form is different. People, when there is a different religions, different languages we find, different food style, different dressing style, everything is different. In spite of all these differences, India is the best example for unity in diversity. Even though we have differences, we come together when matters of India comes. So it is called unity in diversity. Okay, which is the best example for unity in diversity? Our country. India is the best example for unity in diversity. India is the best example. Why it is called best example for unity in diversity? Because of differences. In spite of so many differences like religions, tribes, races, languages, even climate, weather, in spite of all these differences, it is called unity diversity. Okay, children, I have explained you about land and where our country India is located and why it is a peninsula, and physical features, neighboring countries, and unity in diversity. Okay, in my next session, I am going to discuss about political divisions of India. Now I am going to end up. Thank you all. Stay home. Stay safe.